Hey, welcome to this video. So, entrance examinations are often a deciding factor in the result of university admission. At the same time, your board exams are equally important as your class 12th marks stay with you till the rest of your life and also impact your admissions and your future. So, the catch-20 situation happens when we need to take care of both as a class 11-12 student, especially when we are preparing for competitive examinations. It could be CLAT, it could be JEE, it could be NEET. So in this video, I'm particularly going to discuss about 6 tips that will help you balance your board and entrance examinations together as you go through your class 11th and 12th journey. Hi, I'm Akshay Jalan and I've been working as a senior project manager at IIT Bombay since a decade, where I got the opportunity to interact with a lot of students who had challenges about their career and about their life. When I interacted with them, I came to understand that the career selection system in India is faulty and people are just trying to choose the right career but not holistically understand the different methods and tools that are required for career growth. I'm the founder of Career Vision Hub and I'm particularly trying to help students to explore, discover and grow in the career journey. So to understand more about how we help the students as well as to help you crack the career code for yourself, I would invite you to register for this webinar by going on my website jakshay.com, jakshay.com. It is on the screen right now. So please go and register and I'd like to meet you live to help you crack the career code. Whether you are a school student, whether you're a high school student or a college student or a parent wanting to help your child. So let's meet live in the webinar and now let's continue with this video. Yes, so here comes 6 tips to help you balance the board and the entrance examinations together. So as always, let's start with a story of a student called Vinay. So this dilemma is very common among students to tackle the stress of board exams with the anxiety to achieve excellent scores in college entrance examinations. So students, they want to perform well in both exams, often end up poorly in both. So it again comes down to the well-known pickle living in the present or worrying about the future. So Abhilash uncle visits Vinay's home after a long time, and this was the time, during the lockdown time. So when travel restrictions were eased, he first wanted to revisit his sister and meet everyone, especially his niece and nephew. But Vinay did not join when Abhilash surprised everyone. On asking his sister why Vinay is not coming out of his room, she replied with a lot of distress, concerned and worried about Vinay. So, she was concerned about it. So now Abhilash, meets Vinay and gives him some gifts, but Vinay is not comfortable about that. So Abhilash pulls the chair and sits next to him to have a conversation. He asks him to be comfortable, connects with him and quietly asks him to let go of all worries and tell what is going on in his mind. So worried Vinay, when he was speaking, he was all about his entrance examinations or his board examinations of his dream to make into his best college. So Abhilash understands the situation from Vinay's perspective. He holds his hand and assures him that everything will be okay. So Abhilash actually begins with the task to find the common element between both the examinations, meaning to find the subjects that are common in both the syllabus. And following that, he advised him to customize the preparation. He also suggests Vinay to constantly analyze his development with the mock test to find out his weak and strong areas in his studies. So also he will suggest to prepare a balance, prepare a schedule and take it so that it can be helpful for him. And he says that he is actually aware about certain insights and he would like them to share with Vinay. There are many students like Vinay who suffer from severe anxiety and cannot help them to balance between both these entrance examinations and the board examination. And that is what we are going to discuss in this video and I'm sure it will be helpful for you. So how to manage the both preparations together. Now since the two are really as crucial, the most common question that arises in a student's mind is how do I effectively manage them together? So students often juggle their way between these two and sometimes end up losing focus on both. The exam preparations for engineering and medicine programs are particularly affected by this dilemma. Not to say that students from the other streams have it easy. So while the art of balancing does vary according to your stream and ultimate goal, there are some common strategies that can prove beneficial to all exam preparation journey. So I'm going to share with you a few pointers that will help you make your study more effective and manage both entrance and board examination preparation together in your class 11 and 12 journey. So the first point is find the common element. Some entrance examinations would have some common elements with your academic subject and you can use this to your advantage. Start by first jotting down all the commonalities, that is common areas or topics. Okay? Then you may dedicate at least a few hours a day for the board curriculum and prepare from scratch, and whenever common elements or topics appear, dedicate a few more hours to read them in depth and practice questions for your entrance examination. So because the concept will be same, however the board questions may be a little different and entrance examinations questions may be of a higher level of difficulty. So you can try to first crack the board exam questions that are required to practice, and then you can practice for the entrance examination as well. This will actually help you to solidify your concept and make you prepared for the entrance examination as well as make your concepts very strong and sound for the board exam level also, right? This will actually bolster your exam preparation strategy. Not only save time but will help you develop more in-depth knowledge about some important topics. So Now you ask a question that I'm not planning to give on JW or NEET. So making strategies and finding common syllabus with board syllabus is a lot easier for science centered examinations like JW or NEET. But what about the other examinations? So for that, you can customize your preparation because most of the entrance examinations don't directly evaluate you on your syllabi, but on more broad elements like general awareness, quantitative numerical aptitude, English language skills, logical reasoning, problem solving, etc. Some exams also evaluate specific elements of the course such as legal aptitude in CLAT, media aptitude for media and communication, design aptitude for your NIFT or National Institute of Design, another design exams and so on. So the command over this cannot be attained overnight and has to be developed over time with consistent and rigorous exam preparation module. For students focusing only on these exams, it is recommended to study for 1-2 hours a day for these apart from your board preparation. And for all others, no matter what, try to spend at least half an hour of your day to be aware about the general trends, to read the newspapers or editorials, articles related to business, media or law, depending on the entrance examinations that you're preparing for. So I know that you may be asking, sir, आप तो recommend नहीं करते हो newspapers पढ़ने के लिए. Yeah, so I'm not recommending you to read the news to get information about what's happening in the country, because a lot of things are negative news. This person died, there was this crime, that crime. So getting into that, get the required information that is necessary for your entrance examination. For that purpose, I would suggest you to read newspapers, or there are certain books also available, certain websites also, which will help you become aware about the recent happenings in the area of domain that you're preparing for. So this is how you can customize your preparation if you're going for other entrance examinations. Now next is do a mock analysis. So one of the ways to make optimal use of the time that one dedicates toward exam preparation, regardless of the academic discipline, is to attempt the mock test. Right? Mock test attempt करना बहुत जरूरी है. So however, mocks only benefit if you diligently analyze your performance. And the analysis is crucial, and unless you figure out your weak areas and strengths, the whole practice attempting mocks is futile. This is very, very important to understand, right? So your analysis will help you identify topics where you take the maximum time, topics you are good at, and will also help you find out areas where understanding the question is more important than framing an answer. So observing these patterns can help you a lot with utilizing your time efficiently and revising your subject. So analyze करना mock exams के लिए ना very, very important. So I always recommend my students that you please analyze the mock. Suppose you take 2 hours in going for the mock test, you should spend at least 4 hours in analyzing the paper. For example, if there are 50 questions, okay, and when you're going through those 50 questions, suppose you attempted 30 questions and you got 20 right, and 20 you didn't attempt at all. So try to find out why didn't you attempt those 20 questions. Were those questions difficult, or were those questions from a particular portion of the syllabus that you actually deliberately didn't want to attempt? What was the reason of missing them out? Then the questions that you attempted. So some of the questions you got right, some of the questions you got wrong. So did you get the questions right for the right reason? That's also very important to understand, because today you may have got it right by fluke, tomorrow you may not get the same. So try to understand that as well. And also the question that you got wrong, why did you get them wrong? Okay, that's also very, very important. Was it because of a conceptual understanding? Was it because of a careless mistake? Or was it, like something you didn't know about, you just tried but it didn't work out? So these is very, very important to analyze from different angles and make a proper study and report, and then only go for the next mock test, because just taking mock after mock will not help you unless you analyze the mock in the depth. You can follow the system that I've told you in terms of analyzing, understanding the unattempted, attempted, the right and the wrong, and making a whole analysis on a paper to validate that, and then only move ahead with. So this analysis will actually help you a lot. Now coming back to the presentation, So, when you analyze these mocks, it will actually help you to identify topics where you take the maximum time, topics you're good at, and will also help you find out areas where understanding the question is more important than framing an answer. So, observing these patterns will help you a lot with utilizing your time efficiently and revising your subject. So, as far as the exam preparation of your board examinations is concerned, okay, sitting for mocks is a good way to score a high percentage, but don't overdo it. Plan to attempt maximum 1 to 2 mocks a week in the last 2 months before your board exams, and focus more on reviewing your performance. A good mock review will equip you with a better understanding of topics and streamline your exam preparation, because you will be very easily able to identify your strengths and weaknesses. That's very, very important also to understand. Next is prioritize, not balance. While you know that both the entrance examinations and board examinations are important, don't make the inference that you have to balance both all the time. Learn to prioritize one over the other and prepare a schedule by accordingly allotting time to both. So if you know that admission to your target colleges is through merit, your board examination should be a greater priority, and other entrances should be treated as a backup. Now many of the colleges are taking exams admissions through CUET also, so you need to prepare for that. If you're looking at CUET as a backup option in case JW or NEET or other competitive examinations don't work out. So on the other hand, if you're trying to get into colleges that have entrance examinations only, then invest more into that while giving the required attention to score well enough in board examinations, because that could also be a क्वालिफाइंग क्राइटेरिया रहता है, मिनिमम परसेंटेज आपको इतना लाना पड़ता है. सो हैव अ प्रॉपर विजन ऑफ व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू वांट टू अचीव, बिकॉज 12th के बाद आपको कहां पे एडमिशन लेना है, उसके लिए व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया, दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट ऑल्सो कीप इन माइंड फॉर द बैकअप ऑप्शन ऑल्सो. डोंट जस्ट फोकस कि अरे मुझे इंजीनियरिंग में जाना है तो JEE नीट लेना है, या मेडिसिन में जाना है तो नीट या वो लेना है. बट व्हाट आर द बैकअप ऑप्शन? बैकअप ऑप्शन में जाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? डू यू नीड गुड रिजल्ट इन बोर्ड एग्जाम्स, और डू यू नीड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर CUT or other such entrance examination? He also aware about that. So don't travel with a proper vision. Always know what is it you want more and what is the best way to achieve it. Thus, awareness about your goal would help you prioritize. So know where you stand. We generally follow what our friends and peers follow and think if they are able to ace something, then why not me? So I have a video on how to avoid peer influence and how to balance your friendship at the same time not get influenced by peers. Please do watch it and go through it. But there are factors such as aptitude, study pattern, retention power, etc. that differ from person to person. So you can never adopt your friend's style and expect the same level of efficiency. Instead, you should focus on identifying your own style and plan things accordingly. So now the question could be, how to analyze your own style. Let's try to understand with an example. You and your friend are preparing for engineering examinations, and you are someone who has not been serious in class 11, and thus your basics are not strong. Your friend, on the other hand, has been a consistent student throughout the 2 years. Do you think the strategies for both of you should be the same? Of course not, right? So while he should focus more on mocks and advanced questions, your focus should be on clearing concepts and practicing more questions so that your fundamentals could be clear, right? So that's the first thing, is you to understand where you stand, right? Not copy your friend. Now, how to analyze your own style? You can utilize constructive information about it by analyzing mocks and understanding your shortcomings. You should also talk to your coaching class if you're going for a coaching class, or discuss it with your parents or with an expert to understand why a particular strategy works for the other people and identify derive patterns to identify your own. Don't copy them. If you talk to your friend who's taking the mocks and you're also taking the mock, try to understand कि उसके क्या गलतियां हो रही है, कैसे वो कर रहा है, and try to apply it in your scenario without blindly copying it. And try to understand what your coaching mentors think about your strengths and how you can focus on certain elements for better results. But fundamentals आपको strong करना ही पड़ेगा. That's very very important. Now next is utilize time after board examination. So this is one of the things everybody is aware of but don't always implement. Usually students become carefree after the board exam and often lose focus on maintaining the same strategy or the tempo for the entire examination. So long breaks after your boards can affect your efficiency and you're likely to take a longer time to bring back your flow and concentration. So of course you can take a break for a few days to relax, but don't lose touch with your studies during that time. Try to push yourself and effectively utilize the time after your boards, since there will be the crucial days or weeks for the entrance examination. And this is going to be about your career. थोड़ा सा break ले सकते हो आप, लेकिन now because this is the question of your long-term career, go through that journey of continuing the tempo. That's very very important. Also, there are many times when there is a lot of gap between 2 consecutive board examinations, and we know those many days aren't really required, as you would have already done the preparation and revised many. So that time you can utilize even to prepare and revisit your entrance examination preparation between the 2 board examinations. That's how you can utilize the time during the board examination. So now to conclude, be it your board examination or entrance exam preparation, one must work in a diligent and smart manner in order to optimize the performance on these tests. Be thoroughly aware of the structure of the exams that you intend to appear for, starting from the pattern, eligibility, mark distribution, and an in-depth understanding of the subjects involved. For example, a student preparing for the JEE examination needs to have at least 75% marks in class 12 to qualify for all IITs or NITs or triple IITs. So lack of awareness about this could have serious ramifications. So strive to put your best foot forward and preserve to be the best version of yourself. I'm sure you got this and you're getting a lot of insight from this. So Vinay is now more confident and could manage between both examinations. His board exams were superb and now he's utilizing the time between exams in an optimum way. So just to summarize what are the main points that we discussed, we need to find the common element between the board exams and the entrance examinations and try to prepare for the concepts, as well as go for the higher advanced level of practice that is required for the entrance examination. Customize your preparation, especially if you're not preparing for NEET or JEE examination, so that you can give 1 or 2 hours on a regular basis and prepare for that. Very very important, do a mock analysis on a regular basis. Prioritize one over the other, not balance. दोनों को साथ में करना नहीं, prioritize करना है depending on where you want to seek admission. Know where you stand, understand where you're standing in terms of your preparation level for the board exam and for the entrance examination, and accordingly plan your journey. Don't copy your friends, and utilize the time between the board examinations and after the board examinations is also very important. There is a lot of gap between 2 examinations. During the board, you can use that time to prepare for entrance examination, and after the board examination you can take a short break, but don't let yourself lose the tempo, because the entrance examinations will be coming very soon, and if you retain that tempo, it can actually help you to crack your exams better. So here are some questions based on this presentation that I wanted to share with you. If you like, you can answer them in the chat box. So does the course you plan to choose require you to give an entrance examination? What is your study method that you're following? Or are you a firm believer in time management? Have you ever taken an aptitude test? Think about all these questions, and I would like you to answer all these questions in the chat box, and I hope that this presentation was actually helpful for you. So thank you very much. So if you find this video valuable, if you found these tips that were shared to balance board and entrance examination, and if you feel that someone of your friends, parents could benefit, please share these tips or this video with them by pressing the like button. It will help want this video to reach out to more people. Also, you can share this video with them, as well as if you found this video valuable, then you may subscribe to this channel, or you could go and watch the other videos of this channel, which will give you a lot of insights about different career related topics, about different career options, as well as about how to navigate across different challenges in your career journey. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you all the best for a board examination and entrance examination preparation, and I'm sure you will do wonders. All the best.